Okay. My speech today, I've chosen to inform you guys or tell you about college athletics reform. Many athletes who play in college, they get full ride scholarships, and the whole discussion about reform has to do with the fact that a lot of athletes get these full ride scholarships, but they're not making enough. They don't get enough money to be a full-time college student, to buy their food, their clothes, even to have a little fun. So I took an article from the New York Times by Joe Nocera, and he did a study on this, and he says that scholarships annually fall short by $3,500 for each student. So that's $3,500 that each student is short on every year for their needs. And if you look here, this first PowerPoint, it's a little small, I'm sorry, but I'll read it to you. It says here, these are the coaches and these are the athletes. And annually, coaches make $53.4 million in their salaries. And as you can see, college athletes make zero. And that's a big problem as far as the athletes are concerned, because there's so much money involved in college sports. And while these athletes are short money, it's not fair that they're really the ones bringing in all the money, and yet they're being shorted, especially with their scholarships. Colleges also sign multi-year TV network deals, and these network deals bring in millions and millions of dollars. And if we can see here, my other slide, it's kind of hard to read it. But these first two here, this first one is this $5.1 million is Mac Brown. He's the coach of the University of Texas football team. That's his salary. And the next one down is the total of the scholarships of all of the athletes on the football team. This next one, $770 million is what the NCAA brings in annually from its TV network deals. Then we look at the contrast between the NCAA and then the NBA. The NBA is a professional league where these players have graduated from college, they've moved on, and they're professionals, so they expect to get paid. And you can see the NCAA almost makes as much as the NBA. And we look down here, and this is a coach, his name is Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino has coached in both the NBA and in NCAA basketball. He makes $7.5 million now at the University of Louisville. In the NBA, he only made $5 million a year. So you can see college athletics is full of money. And where the problem is the students are oftentimes falling short, like I said, on their scholarships. Their scholarships they're falling short, like Joe Nocera said in the New York Times, almost $3,000, $4,000. Another problem that comes along with this is when the students are short their money, they start to accept certain things, illegal services from the schools. The problem is, they're desperate. They're in these dire situations where they need money, or someone's offering them $5,000, even $100, even a free meal or a free hamburger. And the risks they run with accepting these things is they can be kicked out of school. And then where do they go? They don't go anywhere. So there's a real issue here with college athletics and where the money's going. The study that Joe Nocera brought out doesn't necessarily say that they should be paid millions of dollars, but that they could possibly get paid, a small amount, like they were working a full-time or a part-time job. So in conclusion, my speech was just to inform you basically that while the NCAA makes millions of dollars, there should be some form of payment that goes towards the athletes, because they're the ones bringing the money in.